Okay guys, welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Scholl Concepts Shock to Cut, Scholl Concepts S2 Black. So S2 Shock Cut, S2 Black. Same, S2 is the same thing. So they're sort of very similar products. One has a 6 out of 6 cut rating, the Shock Cut, and a 4 out of 6 gloss rating. The new S2 Black has a 5 out of 6 cut rating and a 4 out of 6 gloss rating. The new S2 Black is a detailer product, so it's developed specifically for detailers, and the Shock to Cut is a body shop or detailer recommended product. Neither of these products are enthusiast recommended. So some of these, I've talked about these in another video. The red ones there are enthusiast recommended, so some of them might be a little bit more demanding, which is interesting. Now what we're going to do, I've been playing around with these a little bit. I want to do some tests. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the S2 Black, guys. And I'm going to put this on the pads that I like. In fact, no, let's put the S2 Black on an extra heavy cut Ninja pad. These are their new DA pads. Look at those. They fit nicely onto the flex machine. That's good. So, spin this round. Let's have a look at these instructions. So we're really working here, we're not taking out sanding marks. So we could use it on their blue pad, or we could use it on their orange softer pad, and we could finish it out with S30. And we're looking at 2,000 to 10,000 RPMs, which isn't helpful. Oh yes it is, okay fine. Use it at any speed you want. Good luck finding a DA that goes above 10,000 RPMs. So we can use this at any speed. So really not too much guidance there. We should be able to use this like a standard polish. So let's go, let's shake this thing up. Okay, quite thin. Scholl Concepts have now put these new nipple type things rather than these. These are a bit of a pain. See that? Look at that. There's the air in there. So if I do that, I'm going to suck it back in. It's just the air pushing the product out, and they can fart, you know, fart out product, not that sort of fart. These are better, but where you have to be careful with these is where you snap them shut, they can pop out product. Watch. See that? So that's a little bit annoying, but they all tend to do that. That's not down properly either. Watch. Oh yeah, yes it is. Sorry, but they can still splat a little bit. Okay, let's get started. Right. So I just want to be able to dab this out, use this like any other abrasive. And I'm interested to see if it beds down. Okay. Do this as a little test area. Spread it out, speed 1. This pad's going to be a bit stiff, and so there'll be a bit of vibration going through this panel when I fire it up. That's nice. Let's crank it up. I want a tiny bit more product, guys. It's fresh pad, it's absorbing it in there, so. Better? Yeah, see the film. show you one thing. Pad stalls out quite easily. Really need to keep it level. Sorry, I don't know if you can, let me just turn that machine off. Stiffer pad with a wider surface, like a cone pad. They stall out machines a bit more. You need to, softer pad that's not coned won't stall the machine out. These pads have got these little divots in them that are supposed to, I don't know, they're supposed to be there for cooling, but to be honest, I don't think things like that make all that much difference, but not too worried. So yeah, just one observation. Cone pads, you've got to really try and keep the machine even more level. See that? This abrasive is behaving fine at the moment. I want to see if we can, what happens if we just work on one section. I want to try and bed this abrasive down. See if I can get it to stick to the panel, stick to the actual paintwork, so it's a pain to remove. Fine. Okay, let's buffer off. I want you to be able to see the abrasive. It's okay, it's decent. Decent level of finish, but it's obviously I'm heating up the panel. As soon as I slow down and start messing around there, we start raising the temperature. We're not going to put holograms in with dual action polisher, but we didn't dry the compound out, so that seems absolutely fine to me. Now what I want to do is let's put this orange, I know this purple is good pad. Right, so we're going to take the Rotary now, guys. We're going to put, actually they're going to tell me if I use this on a purple pad. Actually is that purple or is that blue in there? That looks like purple to me. Looks like you can use it with a purple pad. I'm going to use it with a purple pad. Okay, there should be no reason why you can't do this. Tie your kangaroo down short. Tie your kangaroo. I know he's going to do that. Down, Have to try and do this one-handed. This is going to be good. You see the braces? Nice. Bit awkward doing it one-handed, guys, so hold on. That feels nice. I put a little bit too much product on, splatted at the start. But once you got this thinned out and going, it was nice to work with actually, guys. Yes, we're working a lot quicker there. We're putting a lot of heat into that panel as well. So that's an aggressive product. You need to be careful. I'm running that on about speed 3. Yeah, 1200 RPM. So it's designed to be run, I think, at 1500 to 2000, a little bit, tiny bit faster than I'm running there. But you would need to be careful with that. Where's my, actually, I'm measuring these. Where's my temperature probe? Hold on a second, guys. Where the hell is my, there it is. This thing. 96 Fahrenheit, so yeah, it's cooled down now. So we're about 40 Fahrenheit south of where we'd need to be worried, but we're putting heat in that. If I kept going for another minute, we'd be in about well, not a minute, another 30 seconds, or slow the arm speed down, we'd be in buffer trail territory. So you always got to be careful with the rotary. The dual action polisher, you're not going to put buffer trails in. You can still heat the paintwork up though and melt your pads if you mess around. That's fine. Let's have a look at shock to cut. Now, how are we going to do this? Let's go on these ninja pads first. We'll try this on fine. We'll try this on this blue ninja pad, just because I don't want to cross-contaminate with those other products. So this is self-centering on the flex plates, which is quite nice. We'll give this a good shake. Go over here a little bit so I'm blasting through the same bit of clear cut. Still quite a stiff pad this for a finishing pad. Not this down. very dense. These Ninja pads, very dense for finishing polish, for a finishing pad. It's very dense, that is. You want something maybe a little bit softer, so you're getting quite a lot of vibration coming back through the machine. And when the machine isn't level with this dense pad, it's more prone to stalling out. So you might have a preference for a slightly softer finishing pad. Now let's switch over. These I've always described these pads as more suitable for rotary. But funny enough, get this off. Let's get this orange pad on here. It's not going to be self-leveling, is it? That's interesting, the size of that. Why? Some Ninja pads are self-leveling. In other words, they fit perfectly on the 125mm plate, whereas these is like about a 3mm gap either side. So these are like 130mm or something. Who knows? Okay, let's put the shock to cut on here. Oh. So we're using, it's a cut compound. Interestingly, sometimes cutting compounds don't like being used on soft pads. I've talked about that a few times. Okay, that was fine. It's fine in terms of what the product did, but the Ninja pad was a bit too stiff for me for a polishing pad. Careful. Oh, okay, I'm speed one on, so let's crank this up. There we go. Straight away with a softer pad, you get less vibration coming through the machine, and this pad is less prone to stall on the free spinning dual action polisher than that blue Ninja pad. Same with any stiff cone pad. No heat now, so we'll see what this one's like to buff off. My thoughts were that the S2 Black, slightly smoother compound, slightly. That's nice though, that's good. So I'm interested now. So the dual action machines, if you stick to the rules with a dual action machine, just dot your product down, work it, not much can go wrong. Although the heavier cutting pads are more of a handful to use. What I really should be doing now is getting this rotary. What I need to do, okay, what I'm going to do, take a clean Flex Purple. Naughty boy. Got a bit of old product there. Let's clean off. That spitting thing is annoying. I don't know if there's any way to solve that. Okay guys, so what I've done is put a flex pad on here and the shock to cut down the panel. I just want to use a stiff pad on a rotary with this shock to cut. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. So just with that short working, we're up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. When you start getting to 130, 140, you're in buffer trail territory. So, and we are running that at speed 3, which is, they say 1500 to 2000. I'm running speed 3, which is 1200. Just crank up a little bit. So this is 1500. Don't worry about the cable hitting the panel, guys. It's a scrap hood. But let's put it on my shoulder. Stop people having a go. Interesting. I'm pretty sure if you run this at 1500 to 2000, you're going to go and you're going to do a few passes. You're going to put buffer trails in the paintwork. From the temperature that I'm seeing, I'm working a little bit dry. You could go, but the problem is if you work a bit wet on the rotary and you've got these high speeds involved, you will bed the product down. In fact, do you want me to show you? Watch. Let's just wipe the excess off. I've got a towel there. See, already the product is a little bit harder to buff when you use it on the rotary. You're going to have to shorten, when you're working this at 1500, you're going to have to shorten the working down time right down to like no more than 30 seconds, something like that. You'd use it very rapidly. I'm just going to demo if I use a little bit more product. You can't shake, can you? It's quite a, that's a lot of product. Right. Okay. So that will definitely, you're in buffer trail territory with this. If you watch, the product is drying out. See that? So it's harder to buff. The buff a little bit longer. You can't just scoop it up with low pressure. The panel is roasting hot. And it's had a chance to cool as well. 120. That'd have been close to 140. It's a very, very very aggressive product. You can see it just where it's heating up, drying the product out. So interesting. So this video's been going for, I'm looking at the timer. Jesus, so what you're seeing here, guys, is me playing around with the product. I'm going to make some statements here. First of all, these two products, both of these, you should be very careful with them on rotaries. In fact, you won't be able to use them. You slow the speed right down, obviously. What I would say is the S2 Black is the smoother of the two products and the more user-friendly. And the cut level seems good. It's hard to, you know, it's a high cut compound. That much is obvious when you put it on the rotary as well. So the S2 Black is my favourite of the two products. The Shock to Cut, if you hammer it hard on the rotary at 1500 RPM, you need to be very quick with it. You know, if you've sanded out something and you've got like some heavy sanding marks in one section, you can put a little bit of product down, work it at a high speed, take the majority of the sanding marks out, flatten the machine down, slow it down, gloss it up, you know, then put a softer pad on, all that sort of stuff. You would probably want to be careful cutting paintwork with Shock to Cut. I probably would say just the difference in the two products, just go with the S2 Black on the DA and see how you get on. The fact that it's been developed more for detailers means that it probably won't be quite as aggressive, and that's what it feels like to me. The Shock to Cut just has that really aggressive compound feel to it. So interesting, guys. I hope you've learned something about it. You know, I like to do these videos without having the camera on, and then maybe what I'll do now is like set the camera down and get a nice footage of me using it, and then later on I'll, you know, do a dialogue shot and set the camera up. But I like, nowadays I think it's almost better to just show you what's going on and just brain dump. And really you probably need to go through a whole bottle of these abrasives, use them on a few cars, and then you learn a little bit about them. But most of the Scholl abrasives, as long as you don't use too much and overwork them, should behave. And if you do get problems with them, they're usually problems which are solvable by what you're doing. So don't use too much and don't go too aggressive with them, or you might find that the Shock to Cut will be a little bit harder to remove. That one is lovely and smooth. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.